Yeah, show him I can still rap though.
Now I'm in the game, I was on the bench. First I was renting, now I'm collecting rent. Run it up. First it with the Beamer, now I want the Benz. Spending all the bag like here I go again. Outside says chirp, now the camera phone. Told you I'ma keep the channels on. Why you acting different when the camera's on? Why you acting different like your paper long? 8 day wake up and I thank God. Bad decision got you wishing you could say nah. My city gritty, you could get hit any day now. On my mama, I'ma move my friendly way out. With some 20s, 50s, hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions, zillions. I'm talking Amazon money, talking so much money I could mess around and buy Amazon. I been winning, I'm like, why me? I heard these labels wanna buy me. I don't need you, boo, I style me. I roll G's and they grind me. Now I'm on my game, nothing is the same. Who am I to blame? Money made me change. Cardi in my ring when I'm switching lanes. Money in the carry on them Boeing planes. Money in the carry on them Boeing planes. Now I got $1 for all those rainy days. Ain't have a day off in like 80 days. I got hustles in like 80 ways. Kids if he won't take a lazy day. Wifey on me told me take a break. I keep going to the paper street. Then it's trips out to Montego Bay. If I take the job, bet I get it done. I said it before, I'm a one-on-one. I just caught some ones, only wearing ones. Fornicate the funds, money made me calm. Diamonds on your neck, bet they on your neck. You want that watch, you better rock a tech. You want that chain, you better cop a vest. You want that check, but can you make it stretch? Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me, why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck, country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted, now I'm backed up. Keep it real, I do this once a month, I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying car till you get tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault. I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me, why you hating on me? It's not adding up. Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what? Told you I'ma do me, why you hating on me? It's not adding up.
Yeah, show him I can still rap though.
Now I'm in the game, I was on the bench. First I was renting, now I'm collecting rent. First it with the Beamer, now I want the Benz. Spending all the bag like here I go again. Outside says chirp, now the camera phone. Told you I'ma keep the channels on. Why you acting different when the camera's on? Why you acting different like your paper long? 8 day wake up and I thank God. Bad decision got you wishing you could say nah. My city gritty, you could get hit any day now. On my mama, I'ma move my friendly way out. With some 20s, 50s, hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions, zillions. I'm talking Amazon money, talking so much money I could mess around and buy Amazon. I been winning, I'm like, why me? I heard these labels wanna buy me. I don't need you, boo, I style me. I roll G's and they grind me. Now I'm on my game, nothing is the same. Who am I to blame? Money made me change. Cardi in my ring when I'm switching lanes. Money in the carry on them Boeing planes. Money in the carry on them Boeing planes. Now I got $1 for all those rainy days. Ain't have a day off in like 80 days. I got hustles in like 80 ways. Kids if he won't take a lazy day. Wifey on me, told me take a break. I keep going to the paper straight. Then it's trips out to Montego Bay. If I take the job, bet I get it done. I said it before, I'm a one-on-one. I just caught some ones, only wearing ones. Fornicate the funds, money made me calm. Diamonds on your neck, bet they on your neck. You want that watch, you better rock a tech. You want that chain, you better cop a vest. You want the check, but can you make it stretch? Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what? Told ya I'ma do me, why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck, country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted, now I'm back up. Keep it real, I do this once a month, I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying car to get tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault. I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what? Told ya I'ma do me, why you hating on me? It's not adding up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what? Told ya I'ma do me, why you hating on me? It's not adding up.
Yeah, show him I can still rap though.
Now I'm in the game, I was on the bench. First I was renting, now I'm collecting rent. Run it up. First it with the Beamer, now I want the Benz. Spending all the back like here I go again. Outside says the chirp, now the camera phone. Told you I'ma make, keep the channels on. Why you acting different when the camera's on? Why you acting different like your paper long? 8 day wake up and I thank God. Bad decision got you wishing you could say nah. My city gritty, you could get hit any day now. On my mama, I'ma move my family way out. With some 20s, 50s, hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions, zillions. I'm talking Amazon money, talking so much money I could mess around and buy Amazon. I been winning, I'm like, why me? I heard these labels wanna buy me. I don't need you, boo, I style me. I roll G's and they grind me. Now I'm on my game, nothing is the same. Who am I to blame? Money made me change. Cardi in my ring when I'm switching lanes. Money in the carry on them Boeing planes. Money in the carry on them Boeing planes. Now I got a buck for all those rainy days. Ain't have a day off in like 80 days. I got hustles in like 80 ways. Kids if he won't take a lazy day. Wifey on me, told me take a break. I keep going to the paper straight. Then it's trips out to Montego Bay. If I take the job, bet I get it done. I said it before, I'm a one-on-one. I just caught some ones, only wearing ones. Fornicate the funds, money made me calm. Diamonds on your neck, bet they on your neck. You want that watch, you better rock a tech. You want that chain, you better cop a vest. You want the check, but can you make it stretch? Took so many years, I'm just waiting for the wins. I'm in debt to no one but the one who took my sins. I do it for real, there's no reason to pretend. If I do it once, I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up. Matter what? Told ya ya, I'ma do me. Why you hating on me? It's not adding up. I do roll like a Mack truck. Country heart, I might cop a farm and go act up. Lot of scars, I was cold-hearted, now I'm backed up. Keep it real, I do this once a month, I don't rap much. I just take the money and go stack up. Only buying car till you tatted up. All that other bull, it don't matter much. You only climb me, I put the ladders up. No fault, I done doubled up on the workload. I think I fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money, then we lay low. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro. Smoke in the air, pure gasoline. I see the news, see what you read. Change gotta come, put that on me and watch me educate. Yeah, we been could've started, but it's never late. Do it for my kids, yeah, let's set it straight. Do it for your kids, gotta set it straight. It's time to regulate. We need change now. We need solar, we need EV in the game now. Make it changes so the earth we know can stay around. Make it changes cause we had no time for playing around. Let's quit the playing around. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, work as a team. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, we going green.
That's not my thing. But yo,
Make sure I lead off with that.
What is going on, people? Welcome to another episode of the next podcast.
Eating ass.
Oh no, bro. Like I said, yo, you can supersize it and just keep that entire meal to yourself, bro. That's all I'm saying. Like I am not about that life. I will never be about
Anymore.
that life. Yo, what is going on, chat? It is good to see you guys. It is another Thursday, a little closer to actually 8 p.m., so it might make Crispy a little bit happier. Maybe I won't get ragged on so much for this episode.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, so we are live, and we got a lot of stuff to talk about, guys. There's a lot of stuff. You got Corey Balrog praising Starfield, shutting certain internet trolls up on Twitter. We're going to talk about the Xbox Handheld and how that rumor just will not go away, and whether or not we actually need one. Not only that, news dropped before the show, and Crispy, I didn't get a chance to tell you, but we are going to talk about it, bro. The Halo Infinite co-op flight starts next month, and details about how they're doing the co-op, how it's set up and everything did release by 343, so I figure we'll dive into that, let people know exactly what to expect when it comes to the Halo Infinite co-op campaign experience. I'm excited about that, man. I can't wait.
Good
to play that story with other people. It is going to be a lot of fun. Damn near underrated story, I gotta say. You know, people out there, I know there's a lot of mixed feelings. I feel like the Halo Infinite campaign is definitely underrated. But guys, like I said, we got a lot to talk about. So do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button. You know, hang out with us. Definitely share your thoughts and opinions in the chat. I love seeing what you guys are talking about, what you're thinking about when it comes to the topics. Like, even if you're making fun of a certain panel member, Predator, just put it in the chat. I want to see it. It is a lot of entertainment for me as well. But guys, we're gonna switch it up a little bit. I know we usually call everybody out for the intros, but I'll just let you know right now. Our brother Predator is here. Crispy Bomb is here. K Mega was here. His soundboard went absolutely haywire, and I think he backed out. He's trying to fix that. So
he was waiting for that. Come on, Mega. You know you were waiting.
Is he back?
No, I was trying to fix it.
There he is.
Is it working? Is it sound right?
Mm-hmm.
I can hear you. That's cool.
Okay.
So
okay.
K Mega is here. You know, he's here for the start. Here to hit off these topics. But like I said, definitely hit that thumbs up button. Share this out on social media. Let people know where to go on a Thursday night when they want to hear about the gaming news and entertainment. And of course, it is right here, this channel, next podcast. Let's go. And I'm trying to think about what the first topic is going to be. And you know what? I'm gonna run with the Xbox handheld, man, because for some rhyme or reason, this just keeps popping up. This rumor just does not die. And it's got me thinking. It's got me scratching my head a little bit. For people who don't know, it is rumored again that Xbox is working on a handheld. With this handheld, it's gonna pair with Game Pass, cloud gaming, all that good stuff. All right. So basically, I guess just like a streaming deck, a portable streaming deck, or something like that. We all see where Xbox is going. They want you to be able to play your games anywhere you want. You can stream your games to your phone and play it with a controller. They've done an incredible job of getting like touchscreen controls on a lot of games, cloud gaming wise as well, on your phone. Of course, first party exclusives go day and date into PC as well as Xbox, kind of like in the Xbox ecosystem. So they want you to play your games wherever you want to play them. Now, when it sounds like that, when you put it like that, the whole handheld thing makes sense. I don't know, with all the research and development and stuff like that, if it's really worth it investing in a device, a handheld device, when you already have your games like running on phones, and phones have like these special controllers and stuff like that. I don't know, man. I gotta bring this to the panel. So Crispy, I know you've seen this, man. I know you had to see this. You are out there on social media and stuff. This Xbox handheld rumor will not die. I got to ask you if you think they are actually working on one. And I got to ask you, man, does it make sense to you for them to put more time and money into a device like this when it comes down to it, man?
Bud, I actually look at this and I say, we're still talking about this. Now, generally, you think of it for another company and it's just a rumor. At this point, Series S we talked about for like a year ahead. You know what I'm saying? And this continues to come out there. And I look at it and I say, it depends on what that handheld is capable of doing. So you look at it and you say, is it able to download at least one game that you could play offline by itself? I think that would be a game changer, because everybody says, you could just use your cell phone, this or that. I get that, but if it could store one game on its small hard drive that you could play on a plane when you're in airplane mode and you have no internet access and you didn't buy the Wi-Fi for your plane ride, I think that would be a big deal for people. You know what I'm saying? I look at it and I also say the Switch has been destroying everybody forever.
Everything.
Okay? Like it feels like forever. Like all I hear is Switch number one. Nobody talks about it. And I'm like, when it comes down to it, like they kind of tried to ride this like fine line. And yes, if you dock it, it's kind of shitty. You know what I'm saying? For what you would want. But at the end of the day, you can pick it up and it almost visually looks equal or better depending on what TV you have. I'm just saying, like Xbox, if you're gonna go all in with this, gaming for everybody, whatever the way they want, I guarantee you're going to sell just like the Elite controller, even though Preds had a ton, just like myself, that are just absolutely, not what we expected. You know what I'm saying? They will still sell a ton of these consoles. So I say go for it, and I think it's somewhat true. It might not be this year, it might be next year or the year after, but I think they're starting to think that this is a viable option, because the Steam Deck, I got people all the time, hey, I'm pre-ordered and I gotta wait another 6 months. So people are interested in these type of things, and I think, you put an Xbox controller and a nice, if you really want to spend the money, go for like, an OLED or an LED or, like basically an iPhone or Samsung screen, go there, a little bit bigger, or, like the Note or something like that. Use that screen, have the high fidelity in there, be able to have one game that if you want to play it offline, you can. And I think they need to start looking at this stuff because the DRM stuff, it's within all companies. I think they need to look at that because, like I said, you put it in airplane mode, you don't have your online capability. So, that's an important part when you have a handheld. I think they need to look at these things, and I think it's something that they should do at the end of the day. But take your time, just like the VR thing. Like I know everybody's like, do what you think's right, but VR is here, and I mean, it's something that people are recognizing more and more, and but also I don't want anything rushed just to get it out to market and do this and that. I don't want that either.
I got you, man. And you definitely make a couple interesting points. With the Stream Deck, what the Switch is doing. The Switch, like everybody and their grandmother has one right now. Whether it's the light, whether it's the improved screen Switch or whatnot. But I don't know. It's I guess they're I'm leaning towards there is. From when I first heard it, I was like, yo, this doesn't make any sense with the whole phone thing and having your games like streamed to your phone or whatnot. But let's get Predator in on this one. Yo, Pred, you heard the question, man. Xbox handheld. Do you think this thing is being developed, and do you think that there is a place for it with what Xbox is trying to do with gaming?
Oh man, I think it's a bit of a reach for them, to be honest with them doing cloud. Because like Chris was saying, like you can't play cloud unless you have internet, and like like if you're not, and the thing is, like the cloud only really works if you're using 5G. To me, like I've used it before. I've used it. I have a Steam Deck. I use the cloud on that. I did all the shit I need to do to get Xbox on there. I thought they had something going with them working with Steam to get an app put on the Steam Deck, and that would have kind of fulfilled their requirement to have a handheld that's like that. It kills all the research and development for them. They don't have to spend money on a fucking device. Like it made sense to me for them to put it on there because like Nintendo wasn't going to allow it on theirs. Like, and if they were, then even better. Like if they could have been able to get you know Game Pass on Steam and or the Switch, they're good to go. And if this is the way they're gonna go and make their own console, it's because talks fell through with those two, and they want to get in that market, but they realize that they can't get there because either have to give up too much or it's too much of a compromise for them. So like, it. And that again, that's the business side of me thinking like they couldn't do it for whatever reason. Like the companies wanted Nintendo or Steam wanted too much. Valve wanted too much from them, and they're like, no, we're not doing that. Like we're already putting games on your consoles. Like meet us halfway. And I think initially when before Game Pass came out, they started putting games on the Switch. And they started putting games on PC. All of us kind of asked the question, what are we gonna get? Like what are they gonna give us back? You know what I'm saying? And that would have been a great thing for them to be able to say, hey, if we put these games on your systems, we start putting games on PC, we start putting games on Switch through Game Pass, whatever. Let us put Game Pass on your console and on your device and on your ecosystem. And if those talks fell through, that would make sense for me why they're saying, you know what, well, fuck it, we're gonna make our own console then. But I think it's a reach because like you could play Game Pass on PC to the cloud on a laptop. You
But
can do it on your.
can't you do Game Pass on the Steam Deck as well?
Yeah, well, you have. It's not, but the thing, it's not. It's not as a seamless thing. It's not like an app you can download. You have to do a bunch of configurations.
All right, I see what you're saying. All right.
Yeah, you have to do some other shit to get it to work. It isn't like you just log on and be like, I want Game Pass and go. Like you got to fix this. You got to make some adjustments. I did it. It's a little time consuming, but it's doable, and I do it. I mean, I've been playing on it that way, but it's not like this. It's there. You know what I'm saying? And even with the Switch, I don't know if you can still do it on the Switch or not, but I'm sure somebody can hack it and do it that way too. But like, it's not like an authorized way to do it. And I think that's what Microsoft wants. We want an app on your thing. We want an app on the PlayStation. We want an app on the Steam. We want an app on the Switch. And if those companies are fighting them against doing that, then I think this is why they're deciding, hey, if this is true, that will make sense of why they're saying, you know what, fuck it, let's do our own handheld. But like again, we've heard rumors of them having having it. It's actually coming to Game Pass, coming to Samsung TVs, cloud based, obviously, or we've heard rumors of them having like a little device, like a what is that, the Google thing they have, or
Dongle.
Amazon thing,
Yeah.
a
The
dongle,
dongle.
whatever. Like we've heard it.
I hate that word,
dangle.
by the way. It just
I know.
it's so suggestive, man.
I hate that word. I hate
It's a
words.
horrible word.
So like we've heard those rumors before too, but yet none of them have come true. We've heard a dongle device thing for years now. We've also heard a handheld before too, and nothing's ever come out of it. And I think from their perspective, to me, if I was going to waste the research and development to something, it wouldn't be a handheld. It would probably be more VR. Even though I don't really see the value in VR either. But like,
I know, but that's a promise that Phil came out with the Xbox One, and
he also came back and said, you know what, we're not doing it. It doesn't make sense though. Like, what is Sony doing with VR recently? I know they got another device coming out, but
They're getting ready to launch a new one with an entire library.
But okay, think about this. When was the last Sony made VR game? How many years has it been where they actually came out with their own VR game based off of one of their systems?
Oh God!
I mean, based off of one of their.
Remember.
It's been over 2 years. I don't mean like they like. I mean, they funded some stuff, but like none of their studios are making VR games, at all. And we haven't heard. I think the last VR game I remember hearing about, it just in general that was of any use was Half-Life Alyx. I could be wrong. So in chat's some fucking Sony knuckleheads in chat's gonna tell me no.
Come on, knuckleheads.
But like,
show them up.
There's gonna be one, but like, but if you have to go back that far, that lets you know the VR isn't as popular as it probably was when it first came out, when people were all hyped about it. And again, I know Oculus is doing some stuff too, but I'm talking about just consoles right now. Like I don't see Sony doing a lot with VR right now either. And so even though they're doing a new headset and everything like that, like they got to support it with games. They have to support it with games too, and that's one of the reasons why the what's the little fucking iDevice we had, fucking the for Xbox
Kinect.
The Kinect, it failed because no one was supporting it, and if no one's going to support VR,
they thought they had an answer with that with the Xbox One. They're like, we'll put a Kinect in every box, and then people lit torches and grabbed pitchforks, and they were on their way to Redmond.
And it was fun. It was cool at first, in the beginning, people were like, oh yeah, fire volley, like it was cool in the beginning, and then like people just kind of stopped supporting it, and some of that might have just been because it was Xbox and Xbox was doing trash then. But like Sony had an iToy. No one's using that shit either. Like,
the move sticks, the Bilbo sticks, as we call
it. The Bilbo.
They had all that shit too.
Shout out to Super.
And no one was using it. So like it was a gimmicky thing. They tried to copy off Nintendo and kind of expand upon it a little bit, and no one used it. And then like with the VR thing, like I mean, like it's viable, but I don't think it's gonna be sustainable. And even if they decide to go with the handheld, I think it's just gonna be one of those failed products eventually over a couple of years they end up not supporting. Because I mean, like if being in the handheld market was that viable, Sony would have put out another PS. PSP.
I want to bring this up real quick because it kind of got me stewing on this. Like the Activision deal, I think is like it's going to be done by the end of the year. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. What I'm thinking is that you have King, okay? You have Bethesda's mobile division. You have all these other mobile. So you put that handheld at the forefront, and that's when you launch your mobile Game Pass, because it can loop in that new console. I think that would be smart as all hell.
You know, I
You know
hear
what I'm saying?
I hear you with that on Crispy. You know, I hear you with that Crispy, but I'm not sure. I feel like they're just gonna let King do what they do in the space that they do it in, and just kind of collect the money off of that. And
Yeah,
if they are
because
doing a handheld, I think they're gonna, you know, especially if they're using the cloud gaming and stuff like that. They're bringing in their big budget games and all that good stuff. They're not. I don't think they're gonna do a handheld and then launch like that mobile type thing. I think Game Pass goes across platform anyway. Game
yeah,
Pass is already mobile.
But
It's
how do you
already
sell?
PC. It's
What
already
I'm saying
console.
is, how do you sell more consoles that are handheld? For some people, it might actually be, you know, that Candy Crush game or
Dude,
something like
you
that.
know,
but they can do that on their phone.
And it's free. Yeah, but no. That's where Game Pass Mobile comes in. If you get like everything for free, you get all the
On your
things that you
phone.
used to bought on your phone, or okay, because they launch it with a handheld, and they say you can also get this on your phone, and you can
Well,
also play games like Halo and stuff like that, dude.
here's the thing: if they're already playing on their phone, they're not going to switch over to console, a mobile device. Here's something you have to think about, right? Because I've had a Switch. I wasn't lugging that motherfucker around. I have a Steam Deck right now. I'm not lugging this motherfucker around. It's been sitting here. I'll play it every now if I'm sitting on the
he
patio
plays
smoking a
it while
cigar or something
taking
like
a
that.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, like it's an expense, and it's an expensive device for something that you're not going to use every day. If I'm sitting at home, I'm going to be on my console, my PC. I'm not going to play my fucking Switch or Steam Deck. You know, if I'm out on the go, then that's different. But like, where have we been for the past couple of years? We've been at home.
Oh,
Not,
oh,
we've been at
oh.
home. Like if
That's
I'm at home,
exclusive
Where did
Predator
you get
taking a
this
shit
soundbite
sound
from?
right there.
I
Yeah.
really want to know. Where did you get that soundbite from?
that's probably him really taking the shit. He recorded himself. If I'm at home,
That's
well, I have to
horrible.
listen to this bullshit again.
That's
If I'm
horrible.
sitting at home and I got a Switch, I'm sorry, yeah, I'll say a Switch, a Steam Deck, an Xbox, a PC, and a PlayStation 5. You know what's coming in last? All those handhelds. I'm not touching those. I'm gonna sit in my fucking expensive ass front of my expensive ass TV or my expensive ass fucking PC and play on those screens before I play. Unless someone's got them tied up, that's different. So like I don't I don't really see the allure of the handheld market from the Americans' perspective because we like I know there's like other cultures that like like in Japan they love that kind of shit, but like we don't here in the States. There's not all of us. I don't want to put we in a fucking category, but like the majority of us have a fucking console. And we're not gonna sit here and say, you know what, I'd rather play Starfield on my handheld in 1080 30 versus playing on my Xbox at 1440p 60. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not gonna happen. So I understand why they want to do it, but I don't think it's necessary for them with what they're doing with the cloud. Just stick with the cloud. That's a better avenue for them to get into and make that better
The
than
cloud
it
should
is.
be leverage. That's what it should be. It should be leverage for these higher games that require a better performance. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where the cloud comes into play. So you're not going to play those games
Well, look
when
at it
you
this
are
way.
just sitting
Okay,
there
you
without
have let's say
internet.
you have a Samsung TV right now, right? You got a nice fucking 4K Samsung TV. You got an Xbox app on there. You can play in the cloud, and it actually works, right?
That
Would you
launched
go out and
today, by the
spend?
way.
Yeah, I know. But would you really go out and spend another $200 on a handheld? You can just
I
play it
might, dude. I
on
might
If
your.
it's
for playing
$200, I mean
Xbox
that's
games.
not bad right there. Yeah. It's
I'm
not
just
bad.
I'm
don't
just
know.
saying like I don't know like because like I look at my girlfriend having like 15 different mobile games and stuff like that. If she could literally download a Plague's
Keyword
Tale Requiem,
mobile. But you know what you can play on your fucking phone? The same fucking games.
but that's
know,
what
Goddamn.
that's what I'm trying to say. If she could literally download one game and it would be a Plague's Tale Requiem and we're on a plane, she gonna be playing that
Yo,
shit.
I
But
gotta
yeah,
And
say,
she gonna
guys,
love
I
it.
gotta
get
You know what I'm
you a
saying?
fucking
real quick.
get
Let
you
me
a
let me throw this
$100
in here,
Razer
man.
Kishi, hook it up to your phone and play it that way
Yo,
versus
check
buying
this
a
out
whole
though.
other fucking device.
Check this out though,
Doesn't make
man.
any sense to me.
I would rather, like, if given the option, and chat, I want to know what you guys think about this as well. If given the option with cloud gaming, Game Pass, if they had a handheld, if I had an option between playing it on my phone or playing it on the handheld, Pred, I gotta tell you, I would pick the handheld, man. I would because
I don't know. It's
it most
how much
likely
is
will have
phones
a
nowadays?
bigger
How much are
screen.
phones? How much is the top of the line phone right now? About $1,000?
A little,
Yeah.
it'll be over 1,000. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's over $1,000, right? So like, would you rather spend the money to play Playstyle on the phone you already own with the account that you already have on Xbox Live, and all you got to do is buy maybe like a Razer Keyseus from one of those fucking devices, or would you rather just go out and buy another fucking $300 fucking handheld
Oh, well, see,
to
now
do
you
something
jumped it
you're going
up.
to
You
use?
jumped it up by $100, man. You said
I don't
200
know.
before.
Everybody's buying the
know what the price
Switch.
gonna be, but it's for something that you're going to use when you're taking a shit or you're on a fucking plane or a bus or train or something like that, like for like 30 minutes.
Bro,
Like it's not worth the
I would
money.
take my Xbox handheld like when I go over to my mom's house and see what's going on over there, and we're chilling.
Yeah, so you're gonna go to your man, you're gonna go to your fucking family's house to fucking play video games while they're sitting
Yes,
there trying to get to know you, spend time with you.
getting to know you.
Exactly. So like, they're like,
Yeah.
dude, put that shit away. You're here to visit family. Like, I mean, like
Oh, I'm a
you go
grown man.
out
They
the
can't
house
talk
to
to
go
me
play
like
video
that
games.
anymore.
That's stupid. Like you're out with family. So like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, in my mind of like technology, would it play better on a handheld? Yes. But is it more practical to say, fuck it, I'll play on my phone for the 30 minutes I'm gonna play it? Financially, it makes more sense to me. Just use my fucking phone, or just not play at all. Just play when you get home on your fucking PC, or your fucking console. It just doesn't. I don't know. I think if they do it, it's a stupid move. But financially, and I think it's gonna be one of those things they end up cutting out. It's like, I don't know, the Connect or Zoom or we go down a list of
my
shit.
my my
Decide like
Zune
this
HD
is
was fire, man. That was
it
a
was fine. It
fire
worked
little
great when you
device,
had it, but they didn't support it. No one else did either. So if no one's gonna support the fucking handheld,
man. Yo,
why fucking make it?
I gotta say, guys, this is one of the reasons why I love when Thursday comes around is because you guys give me mental exercise when it comes to these topics. Because, like I said, the first time when I saw it handheld, and I'm like, no way, no, it just doesn't make sense. But the more and more talking to you guys and me thinking about it, the more and more I'm like, you know what? It can fit right in there with that family. When it came down to it, people were asking, well, why is Xbox, if Xbox is doing the whole Game Pass thing and they got streaming and stuff like that, oh, they're going to get out of the console space. But Xbox is like, well, no, we want console gamers to also play our games as well. They're not just going to automatically switch over to PC, and they're not just going to automatically just start streaming games happily to their phone without any other options. There's going to be console gamers out there to pick up the console and play the games on that platform. And the more and more I'm talking to you guys, I'm like, shit, there might be a community out there when it comes to handhelds. Now, before we get to K Mega, I do want to shout out my brother Dragonheart Yobi, who is a member of this channel for 7 months. And check this. He said, still sub to this? He said, shake my head. Pay K Mega, Predator, pay Sir X Man with a blue chew. I need my back pay as well. Hold on, what am I paying you for, Yobi? He says, when tax time comes around, we waiting. And all I gotta say is, man, that's blasphemy right there, Yobi. You completely shut out Crispy Bomb. So you obviously don't want Crispy to get paid. You want everybody else to get paid. That is messed up, and I don't know how I feel about that, bro. Shout out to Mizzle T Shizzle. This is not a super chat, but I had to read this. This is for Pred. He said Pred had to start an OnlyFans to keep buying those elite controllers. Dude, I think the Don might have to do that as well, from what I heard, man, because he broke a few open and tried to fix a few, and he had multiple run-ins as well. But I think you're right, Pred. Is that why you started your OnlyFans, man, just to get your elite controller fix?
I had to pay for that 3080 that I bought and the i9 my PC. So I had to sell that dick, man.
Straight to the point on that. So, K Mega, get in on this whole handheld thing, man. And I think I have a feeling we might think similarly. But at the beginning of the show, I was completely like, this just doesn't make sense. The more and more talking about it, I'm like, there might be a consumer base out there for something like this. Yo, Mega, what do you think? Do you think they're developing this, and would it have a place within Xbox if they are?
No.
Really?
Hold
So
on.
we
No,
are opposite then. Oh shit.
yeah, no, you can hear me, right?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, okay. Okay, just making sure. No, I just look at it. I mean, if they're going to make any more peripherals, the dongle, and I hate that because like I got the soundboard is tripping out again, so I can't do my sounds unless I switch something. But regardless, the dongle, which I believe that is something that's definitely going to happen, and VR. Even though I don't give two shits about VR, but I feel that VR would be more of the winning ticket instead of going for a handheld. For a lot of for a lot of reasons, it's because of what Pred said earlier. But I'll add a couple of them myself. Is that okay? For one, cell phones cost anywhere from $700 to $2,000 now.
Yep.
So the technology within these phones are high caliber, especially if you buy the more high end phone. And you mean to tell me that a handheld is still going to give you the same type of power that $2,000 phone will? Absolutely not. It won't. And so also it's got to be price. It's got the price has got to be right. So like when you guys was over here talking about like $150, then what do you think that thing is going to be? $150, $200.
Chip alone gonna cost that much.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So like, if everybody's all hyped, that yeah, well, 300, yeah, but then there's also another console. There's a Xbox product out there that's called the Series S that gives you way more than what that peripheral would
bro,
give.
I don't wear Jankos anymore. I can't put a Series S in my back pocket, brother.
I got you, but again,
so you're gonna put a handheld in your cell phone and all this other shit in your back pocket.
Yeah, man, and especially like I understand that you came from the mean streets of Connecticut, but
Bridgeport,
I'm just I'm saying the mean streets of Connecticut. But,
don't disconnect it, bro.
Crispy, don't judge him. He
but
don't know anything about
I bet if those Connecticut suckers come on through the streets of Oklahoma,
you should look up the top 10 violent.
Yeah, and you'll see Oklahoma. You better look at Oklahoma City. Oklahoma's up in there. Watch that. You better look at that. Check it out. It's hard out here. It's hard out here. It's hard out here, son.
Anyway, it's hard out here for a pimp as well, but you still...
Oh my goodness. Anyway, but let me make my point.
Though, right?
Let me make my point, man. I don't give a shit about
it.
I don't give a shit about Connecticut.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, but like I said, right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so y'all go out there and you got a handheld in one pocket, you got a phone in another pocket. You know what I'm saying? You sagging and you ain't even a gangster. What the hell is that going to do? Like, that just don't make any sense. So what would you do? You carry that shit in a backpack. Then instead of what I feel that what Xbox strategy is 100% more efficient, is because everybody always has their phones on them or a laptop. Because either if they got a laptop for work or school or whatever, or they have their phone for
how many people have
business,
Switches, bro?
Recreation. I get that, but if you look at a graph around the world, let's hell with just in the United States, but say around the world, and how many people is walking around with a Switch in their hand, or how many people is having a phone in their hand, the phones are going to destroy the Switch in people's hands by far, and laptops. So again, you get the dongle, and you have that to where that can be plugged in. You automatically into your library or into xCloud.
I can kill this right now with one question.
Yeah.
How many times have you seen a Switch in the wild?
I have not seen a Switch in the wild.
I've never seen someone using a Switch.
So why the hell is it selling so much?
I don't go outside a lot.
I mean, because if
you're home playing games at home. So
right. You're home playing games. So again, that's the thing. Like our old asses, if we were in our, if we were 15, 16, 25, something like that, then that's a different story. I'll even go into, because these kids are different. So I even go to 30. You know what I'm saying?
They different. They different.
So you're making my point then. Thank you.
But hold on. But I'm just saying they are different. They're different. You know what I'm saying? In a good way as well. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. But if you do that, then I mean, I couldn't walk around with a damn colored what was that thing? The Game Boy walking around in Oklahoma. I'll get beat up. Like that just, you know what I'm saying? That what is this? Bro, what's that in your pocket? Oh man, I got this, you know, I play Tetris, you know, little Donkey Kong, whatever. I'm gonna get my ass.
Give me that shit.
Yeah, give me that shit. I'm gonna give that to my
Pokemon. That's what I played.
Yeah, on Pokemon. Well, I'm just saying, but you couldn't walk around in the streets in the 90s with a damn GameCube. Now, you could take it to church, or you could take it to, you know, Sunday school, or you could take it to like, you know, some other places like that. But your damn show could, you know, you could take it to school and do.
I want to go to K-Mega's church, bro. What the fuck?
I used to sit there. We used to play the Game Boy. Me and my boy Lonnie used to play it up there at church. But I you know, we sit up the very top and then we would play it. We would play ours.
Yeah, it don't matter. God saw you, bro. God saw you.
I was listening to the word. I was listening to the word. I was. You know what I'm saying? When it was time to stand up and clap, we did up there. Anyway, but whatever. Let me. I'm being serious though. But I just really do think that honestly that a handheld now is just it's not. They could do it. Yes, they have the money to do it.
There is a market for it, bro. There is a market.
But
There's people that would play that over a phone.
But I guarantee you, if you ask the panel, not the panel, but if you ask the chat, if you ask other people, when you make a poll, which would they rather have, a handheld or a VR? I'm pretty sure the VR would probably win over.
Which would you?
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and do that. So, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I see what Miz was saying, like, you know, Xbox had that stylish fanny pack. Bro, yes, the fanny pack is cool, but people pulling cell phones out of it.
Xbox has a stylish fanny pack for his handheld. That's what he said.
Nah, bro. I mean, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Things is different. You can't walk around with the fanny pack, but people pulling cell phones out of it. They ain't pulling out. You know what I'm saying? And guns. They ain't pulling out. They pulling out you know, handhelds. That, you know, the Steam Deck, like, look, everybody's fascinated with it. It looks really awesome. But again, most of the people where they play in their games are playing that thing in their house or outside around their house. Maybe if they're taking their kids out to a park or something like that, they'll take it with them there. But for 9 times out of 10, they're not going to be driving down to go to DQ or aka Dairy Queen and sitting there and playing the Stream Deck. They're like, you know, or they're going to, you know, just think about this. You going and taking your lady out to eat, and then you go and you sit there, y'all talking, and then after you're done eating, you pull out the Stream Deck. Come on, bro. Or the Xbox.
Hold on. If the night is feeling boring, but you still got some food and you want to
bro.
You know, it's no problem.
No.
Yo, tell her to pull out hers.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Well, in that scenario, I completely agree.
Oh my God.
In that scenario, no way. No way. But
yeah,
we're not talking about those
scenarios.
I mean, seriously.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but I'm saying the 9 times out of 10, most people like okay, like the profession that I was in, right? Like I could. It was better to have the phone because, of course, you need the phone. But to bring a handheld or something like that, man, to get concrete and shit all over it and to mess it up and get it dirty and nasty, no, I just would leave it. There's no reason for me to take it somewhere. And like Fred said, this is the reason why I bought the television that I bought. This is the reason why I got the monitor that I got. I'd rather see things on a bigger screen. And so for me, I would see that a laptop would be a hell of a lot more efficient for me because I could hook up my controller and play it instead of playing around with the handheld aspect of the controllers. It just, you know what I'm saying, because my hands are big. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if you got them Burger King hands,
I could palm
that can't hold a Whopper, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? Well, okay, then, you know what I'm saying? Then how big the Rikishi is the best thing for people who have big hands, in my opinion, because you can switch, because usually people have bigger phones. And so if that thing is spread out, that's pretty good for your hands. But a handheld, like, like the handheld that I'm thinking that you're thinking about is something like the Stream Deck, and that's a big son of a bitch.
It is.
So yeah, and so you can't be carrying that thing around like that. I think it's a cool idea, but the dongle is a way more effective solution, and using your cell phone is just much more efficient. It's easier to get to because even when you're sitting at think about this for a second, real quick. Just so like if you're at let's say at the hospital or something, I got to take my mom to the hospital and things like that, and I'm sitting there waiting. I can pull out my phone and I can play the game there. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to pull out this big ass hunk of electronics and play that there. You know what I'm saying? You kind of, some people sometimes, I understand that you don't have to be discreet, but sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you want to be discreet in what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
You're old school, bro.
That's what I'm saying. I'm old school. Yeah.
Like this is the only advantage you would have in that scenario. You get your achievements. Like if you know you're gonna be posted up in a hospital for a couple of days, and you want to play a game with some friends on your Xbox Live, whatever, and you have the internet capacity to do that shit. That will be the only thing that will make it make sense to me, because you can get your achievements, you can play with your friends. Because last time I checked, the Nintendo Switch don't have a party chat system. You have to go through Discord or something like that with your phone. You know what I'm saying? So or even with the Steam Deck, I believe they do have, they have the Steam chat and stuff like that. But that would be the only scenario I would consider even doing something like that. If I knew I was going to be in an isolated area like a hospital, like my girl's having a baby, or I'm watching my mom because she's sick and she's passed out, whatever, and she's on life support or something like that, and I know I'm going to be there for a couple of days, then it would make sense to me. But outside of that, I'm using a fucking phone.
Right. Well, and to me, a laptop would be perfect for those situations.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. A handheld, it would be cool, but you don't.
You posting up in that place. You taking a backpack in there with you. You gonna have all your shit in there.
I'm just thinking, anyway. Guys. All I'm saying with this is, I'm saying the way that there's always going to be a console gamer. All right, there's always going to be a console gamer. It's the main defense in that Xbox will still make consoles when it comes down to it. I feel like when it comes to handhelds, and it's been proven with the Switch that there are going to be handheld gamers as well who would naturally gravitate more towards a dedicated handheld device than hooking up their phone with the Kishi and all that good stuff. And I think I don't know. I think there's a consumer base there for.
I think it's more about I think it's more about Nintendo's IPs than it is.
You could say that. Absolutely.
That's a good
point.
Yeah.
There's no third party on there. There hasn't been a significant third party drop in God knows how long.
Well, they got some. They got quite a few now.
Whoa.
Dude,
we're
10
years
talking
later,
about it
feels
off air, and people absolutely celebrate when a game like when Skyrim went to the Switch. Skyrim is run on everything, including the toaster
10 years
that
later.
is in your kitchen, K-Mega. And it was such a huge deal to drop on the Switch. I mean,
how'd that game run? How'd that game run on the Switch?
I have no idea. I didn't.
Probably 10 frames per second.
No one played it. We played enough on our fridge by that time, so it's like.
All right, now
next topic.
Yeah, let's switch it up a little bit. Let's go from talking about Xbox handheld to asking the question, where the hell is Kratos? And we're saying that, what is going on with God of War Ragnarok? Now, I've gone out on a limb and told people I thoroughly expect this game to release this year. And if you went back maybe a week and a half or so, or maybe it was last week or something, but Cory Balrog, came back onto Twitter, and he started giving little hints and stuff like that when it comes to God of War, making people think that an announcement, something's coming soon. And then not only that, but the snitch on Twitter tried to put out certain codes and stuff, binary code that added up to 30, thinking that on the 30th of the month they're gonna announce a state of play or something like that. But I saw Corey tweeted today basically, loose translation, he was telling people to have patience, that the developers will share stuff when they're ready, which to me looks like a little bit of a 180 compared to when he first came back and he was talking about, talking about the game and whatnot. So I'm still gonna stay out there. You guys know me. I'm a stubborn asshole. I'm not gonna switch it up right now. I'm gonna stick to my guns. I think the game is still coming out this year. But what the freak is going on? K Mega, where the hell is Kratos? Like, what is going on here when it comes to this game? And like, do you think it's still coming out this year? What do you think about?
No,
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 no.
no. I didn't think it then. I was saying that I said there's only so many slots for God of War to come out. I said this on GRG, and of course there were people that were trying to say, well, God of War can come out anytime it wants to, and yes, it can. But these games cost a lot of money, and Sony wants to maximize every dollar that they can get. So if you're going to put that game out, you got to put it in the right time so it can maximize and get all the attention and get as much money as it possibly can. So when you look at it from this standpoint of we haven't heard anything yet, and then we heard the rumors that it was going to be a shadow drop, then that gave me concerns because I'm thinking like, okay, so if you're going to shadow drop God of War, this God of War Ragnarok, then it's definitely not going to live up to expectations of what people thinking from 2018, because that's just telling me that Sony's not going to put the time and effort into advertising this game. So I didn't believe that. I think the game is going to be great. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be probably, will it live up to the expectations of 2018? I don't know, but I do expect the game to be really good. Maybe even close to phenomenal. But with that being said, you got to look at the timeline of where all these games are coming in, because 2022 now, from one minute everybody's talking about, oh man, it's a third, you know what I'm saying, it's dry, but now when people are looking and seeing checking each month for when these games are dropping, it's like a thirst trap. Like, it's so much stuff out there in the wild, like it's nuts. And I mean, and it started just about a week ago, and this party ain't gonna stop. So the other point that I was saying is, look, if they don't drop this game by the end of September, then this game is not dropping. So people are assuming, well, in November it's perfect. This is why it's not perfect for them to drop God of War in November. If they drop it in September, then they gotta put it at the end of September. And then what you're doing is that you're putting out this new IP, this new title that people are the sequel to what people are clamoring for, and it could hurt The Last of Us remake, which is a game that people has already played. So therefore, that could hamper, a little bit. So therefore, that wouldn't be a good idea, because Sony wants to maximize as much money as possible. They damn sure can't do it in October. They have at least 4 or 5 games in October that's going to be marketed by them. So that's a no-show. So then you have November. They could put it in November, but this is the problem. November, they want to put that God of War out there for contention for Game of the Year, because that's their wheelhouse. That's what Sony likes to do. They like to brag about them winning VGAs or being nominated for Game of the Year, things like that. You put it in, so you got to put it in before November 15th. There are games that's slated to come out that's rumored. Need for Speed supposed to come out on the 4th of November.
Oh, they don't care about no Need for Speed, bro.
Hold on, wait, no, see, this is where let me finish.
Okay.
All right, let me finish. Need for Speed supposed to be coming out in November. Avatar is being leaked, is supposed to be coming out on the 18th. So it would have to be in between the 4th and the 18th. So then you would put that game on quote unquote November 11th. And then, so if you drop that game, let's say right on when Need for Speed drops, then you're going to piss off EA, because EA, that's a third party partner. And so therefore, look, this is our game that we're trying to put out here. So you're going to put your game in front of our game, and then people are going to be gravitating to your game. So it fucks up our sales. Okay, we got you. We'll make sure that we'll call Microsoft the next time that there's a game that you want to market for. Don't think that EA won't do that. Then you got Ubisoft's game coming out. You can't put that game close to that game because that game is supposed to be a big, huge title again, and that is another third-party game that, you know, the relationships, you got to be cool. So if you put it on the 11th, then that's going to piss off Microsoft. And at this point in time, you still want Microsoft to be in good places, in a good space with you, because if you do that, then that's a shot in the face because Starfield was supposed to be dropped on that day. And then that's going to really...
I don't think they give two shits about pissing off Microsoft. Yeah.
Okay, well, all right. Okay, they better, because Microsoft will just get more ugly with what they're doing, I mean, especially with this deal over with. Come on, I'm not done. So this is say you saying Sony don't give a damn about EA, Ubisoft, or Xbox or Microsoft. They never
did, like, for years anyway. Like, why would it, like, all of a sudden mean something now?
Because of that date. If they dropped it on the 11th, that would be that. With that date, that would be. You're talking about EA. You're talking about Ubisoft. Like they got relationships with EA and Ubisoft
with them before for years as well. But that never stopped them from dropping shit when they wanted to.
Look at when they drop their bigger games. Do you think they don't drop those bigger games in front of other games that are supposed to be big titles or titles that those third party companies want to make money off of? They don't do that. That's why they don't drop their games at the end of the year.
Dude, but that used to be the norm, dropping them.
Okay, but Sony stopped doing that years ago. It was the norm. It's not the norm anymore. They do it in the beginning of the year. But then my last point, which I've said numerous times, and I'll say it here, the biggest factor, because that's the small factor. The biggest factor is this. It's Black Friday. And Black Friday starts early these days. They start like right when November hits. It's like, hey, you can get your deals and all this stuff. So what you got then, because Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is going to be dropping on the 27th of October. That game is still good. That game is going to be hot for a month. You sit there and you take that game over. You paid all this money for marketing. Then you drop God of War. Then what you're doing is conflicting your marketing deal with this IP that you're going to be bringing. And everybody knows that God of War is not going to outsell Call of Duty. So more people is going to buy Call of Duty. And then by when those Black Friday sales come, which they come early, then you're going to compete with that, because people are going to look and say, damn, I want this God of War, but man, it's $70. While Call of Duty, Madden, NBA 2K, the Harry Potter game, Forspoken, and all the rest of these damn games that's coming out in October, Gotham Knights, all of that. All this stuff is going to be on sale for like $35. So I can buy two games for $75, or I could just get God of War for $70. That, you know how consumers think. They're gonna be like, shit, I want to get the two games. I'll get God of War later. And
unless
God of War
really
might
play God of War at that point in time.
But when you're looking at those, look, Batman, God of War, Batman's gonna win. You looking at
no way,
now,
no way, bro.
Yeah,
no
hell yeah.
No,
just the name. And
it's not even
just
Batman.
The name.
It's Batman's co-stars. That's
it don't matter. See, it's not Batman, bro. You're not thinking about. Okay, bro. Batman's gonna win over God of War.
But
period.
It's not Batman.
Well, no, the only reason why I agree with that is because it's a multi-plat.
Yes, it's a multi-plat. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I was just thinking for that specific system. I wasn't thinking for in general.
No, because Sony is
between all platforms.
But I'm saying, but Sony will be going against all these multi-plats, and that will be on sale for Black Friday. And then they expect people to pay $70 when in November is the time for people to save money. You see what I'm saying? So that to me just don't make sense. And Sony's not going to drop that damn price. So again, you look at that and you equate all that just doesn't make sense. Where God of War will probably sell anywhere from 2 to 3 million that month, which were great numbers. But if they drop it in the beginning of the year during tax time, like they normally drop their titles, they could guarantee themselves to sell a good 4 to 5 million. You see what I'm saying? At $70.
I see what you're saying. I don't necessarily have to agree with you. I see what you're saying.
Okay, but that's my point. Those are all my points.
All right, I got you. Yo, Pred, bring some calm into this, bro. I know with your stardom over there on OnlyFans, you know how to handle the pressure, man.
He said
So I gotta ask you, man, what do you think with God of War? What's going on? Like, it just seems like Corey, when it came to his suite, it kind of like it changed pace. It changed energy today compared to what was going on. Of course, there's rumors saying that Sony's trying to figure out who the quote unquote snitch is on Twitter, and they released a video or something like that, and they're trying to see who checked it out to give like information or whatnot. But you got people sending like dick pics to developers trying to get the release date, all sorts of craziness.
My bad.
Going on here. Yeah.
My bad, guys.
You really tried to be that insider, huh, man? But dude, what's going on with God of War? What do you think's going on? Is it going to release this year? What's the deal, bro?
Man, I don't know. K Vegas right with the timing. Like, if they're not gonna like with everything coming out this year, like I think this is me. God of War is a custom console type game, right?
Yes.
I would be very disappointed if they did not have a God of War console with this game. They have not had a custom console all generation. Like Gran Turismo, pick a game. Like nothing. You know what I mean? Like zilch, nothing, zero. Can't get the consoles out there for whatever reason. If there's a delay, that might be why. They want to get enough product out there. They can make this custom console and make them a God of War console and sell the game at the same time. Holiday season will be a great time for that. But if it's going to cost us $700 for a God of War console, like there might not be a lot of them. But I mean, I know it would sell like hotcakes, just like every other custom console has. Halo did it. If there's a delay, I think that might be one reason why. They want to make sure there's enough stock out there to get people that game in their hands and play it. Because I know we talk about numbers and console sales all the time, but like I haven't seen a PlayStation 5 console like regularly. I've seen Series X's out in the store. I took a picture of one a couple of weeks ago. They had 2 of them in the store.
Oh shit!
You get picked up. I've seen them. I put it on one of the, it's like, 2 weeks ago, maybe a month ago. And I put it in one of our chats on Twitter, our private chats on Twitter. Like, who wants one? I could have grabbed it that day. I could have grabbed 2 of them. But like, I've seen them in the wild. But like, I've never, ever in the history of this generation seen a PlayStation 5 console in the wild. If they come out, they're gone. Like, if there's a drop, they're gone. And we talked about this before. So like, I don't know if it's I mean, that's a whole different topic. But like, to me, I would think that they would want to make sure that people could actually get the console that the game's going to run on the best. And I think that's been one of the issues with their sales of games now. Like, everyone wants to play it on the best system, but like they have out, and they're stuck with playing it on PlayStation 4. And
Fred, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I also want to check this before we got off to another topic. Sony seems to have the marketing rights to Avatar Frontiers as well, and that's supposed to
game, right?
Yeah, the Ubisoft game. So again, there you go.
So I mean, I can kind of agree with K Meg on the aspect that they don't want to piss off their competitors either. But like, Microsoft just did it when Battlefield came out. They put Halo out. Like they put Halo out before they shadow dropped the multiplayer.
And fucking EA play with Game Pass. But EA play with Game Pass, and they're still like, fuck it, we're dropping Halo now.
They still play well together though. Like, EA and Microsoft still play well together. They've always done that though. But like, I can still see. I'm not going to use that as an excuse for them to not do it, not drop it, because they have other arrangements with other companies. That's not. I think they would say fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll deal with the heat. You know what I'm saying? But like, I don't know, because like, Corey has been tweeting, Balrog's been tweeting a lot lately about this game. And some of it's been like makes you question it if it's going to come on time, and some of it's like it seems like, man, 80% of me thinks it's going to get delayed, but there's 20% of me that says it's not, and I can't really even with it being that high of a swing for me. I'm still not sure. Like I mean, like it's just like ask me next week and it changed, So like the delay makes sense to me because I know not Microsoft, Sony likes to release their games in the beginning of the year. Releasing this at the end of the year doesn't make any sense to me at this point, other than if they had a custom console out ready for Christmas. Then they
that
would
would kind of
release it.
make
But
sense
if they
because
don't,
they said that they would hit their goals when it comes to their hardware, to for the rest of the year in terms of getting like more hardware out there. I believe Sony
yeah.
came out and said, "Hey, yeah, we're gonna meet our."
I think this is what I think. I think this Christmas they'll have their VR out and ready to go, and that's going to be their system per se, and that's going to what they're going to try and bank their money on, and whatever VR games come out that time frame, um, and then save God of War for March. They'll do the VR thing with the Horizon VR shit they got coming out, and then they'll do that for the holidays, and maybe there'll be some third party shit that pops in and helps and keeps the holiday afloat for them with the headset. But to me, I think it would make more sense if they're gonna do a delay, push it back to like March, April timeframe. That's when they release. That's when they've been releasing games recently anyway. The big blockbusters anyway. Like when did Horizon release? You know, um, and then start 2023 off and just let 2022 just end with VR and some peripherals and stuff like that, and maybe their controller if they have that their elite-ish controller, and just do hardware this year. I mean, there's really now that Starfield and some of the other games have gotten delayed from Microsoft. Why not? Why not delay God of War? There's no reason to put it out. Like, and I think if they were going to talk about God of War, they would have done it during Microsoft's event, like they usually do. They didn't. They didn't say shit. Sony, they're the king of stealing the limelight from people, and they didn't do
Yo,
that shit this year.
Face 23 makes a good point in the chat when it comes to like custom consoles. The way that they made the PS5, you don't necessarily need custom consoles anymore. They can come out with custom plates that come with like
Plates, yeah,
the
because they
legendary
haven't done that.
edition
I
of the
don't think they've done
game.
that either.
That I mean,
But
that's a
but the return
great
on
idea.
investment isn't on the plates; it's on the fucking console because they want to get more consoles in people's hands. And of course, they know they're gonna get scooped up by the fucking scalpers and shit. They're gonna sell live fucking. But it'll bring. Think of it this: make a custom console and they get scooped up by fucking scalpers. It's gonna be the ticket item of the holidays. And everybody's gonna be talking about PlayStation over the holiday break, and it's gonna bring them like Jerry Jones. All news, good or bad, is news. So people who can't get one will be talking about it. So like, I mean, um, and the name will be like it'll be on every single. Oh, everyone's trying to get a PlayStation 5 this year. They have this God of War console. It's very hard to find. If you can get one, get one. And it'll be all in the news. It'll be the hot topic. And all the kids will be talking about it. And then then surprise motherfuckers with stock, and um, surprise people with stock in March. So like, look, we got more consoles.
Oh man. Yo, shout out to Face 23. He said, now Face, I need some clarification here because I know you can't be talking about NBA 2K on all platforms. He said Spider-Man was only on PlayStation and beat NBA 2K18, and that was a multi-plat. Now,
No, it
it
didn't.
it did not beat NBA releasing on PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, PC, I believe. Like all that put together, I don't think it did that, brother. Now you could be talking about just the NBA 2K18 just for PlayStation, and I mean that's crazy right there. But that's more believable than it beating a multi-plat across like all the platforms it's released on. I do not think that happened. Um, but anyway, let's get Crispy in on this. Crispy, again, people really want to know when God of War Ragnarok is coming out. So much so that they are taking pictures of their man unit and sending it over
Lord
to the
have mercy.
developers. Like that would be some way to entice them to drop the date. I don't know the reasoning to that one, but
you had to bring that up, didn't you?
Oh, I did. But also Corey Balrog, man, like his tweet today, he's telling everybody to kind of like be patient and stuff like that. That's not what he was saying like last week though. When it came to it, he was really kind of like he was playing with people, teasing people, like he knew there was some type of announcement coming soon. But we didn't get anything yet, man. Where is Kratos, Crispy? What's going on here, bro?
So at this point, talking about God of War Ragnarok enough times, I look at it and I say, is the game ready? And I say, I've seen more from games that are clearly not ready, like Hellblade 2, than God of War Ragnarok. Also, if you look at a year and a half ago, or a year ago, but actually probably a year ago, when that state of play came out for Horizon Forbidden West, correct? That was the first state of play, like full on state of play for Horizon Forbidden West. It got delayed an entire almost year later. It was, 9 months, whatever it may be. I say, if you haven't even come out with a God of War Ragnarok state of play yet, if we go off of their track record as of like the past year and a half, 2 years, I say they're going to release a state of play. They're going to show some great gameplay. Okay. And they're going to tell you that it's going to be next year, spring. And that's what they're going to do. That is off track record. That's off of just what I've seen from them and also not seen from them. So I look at that and I say, they haven't done what I expect them. Could they shadow drop? Sure. But is the damn game ready? Is it really? Because I'm sorry, I didn't see the well-received nature of Sony games when it came to Gran Turismo and frickin' Horizon Forbidden West. So if you're going to rush it out, don't do it. Just don't. I get it. You could have Last of Us remake, Forspoken, and God of War. I get it. And there's nothing from Xbox. But I feel like they are thinking, because they love the beginning of the year. A lot of people forget that. And you've got Redfall and Starfield right off rip whenever they want.
Oh, I saw that new trailer for Redfall, man. That game looks good, bro. That
Dude,
game looks good.
So I'm just saying, like, Sony is competitive in their own way. And I don't think they're just going to sit there and allow nothing to happen at the beginning of next year. So my thought process is they're going to give you a state of play. They're going to show you some great gameplay, exactly what you want. It is going to be amazing. And you're going to look at it, and then they're going to be like, spring 2023. And then either you're going to hate it or love it. I'm expecting it. So I'm just going to be like, whatever. You know what I mean?
Crispy, real quick, because people, I see people out there, see gamers out there talking about God of War Ragnarok and basically stating that we should be having a state of play like fairly soon. And I'm looking at it, if say the game is releasing November this year, and I know K-Mag, I know you don't agree with that, but just for shits and giggles, let's just say it's releasing November. Wouldn't a state of play make more sense end of August, beginning of September anyway? Like I don't see where there's this like urgent need to have this state of play for this game. This like
no, it
soon.
should be this summer. I actually disagree with you about, and I'm going to say this because you build mind share, then you start, like if you're going to release it in November, you go and start building like these little things, like these little like dev diaries and stuff like that. Xbox has been doing this stuff, and sometimes it backfires, especially recently. But I think as we get into like the flow and they understand how each developer works that they've purchased, which is a lot in the past like 4 years. Like it's a lot of developers that work differently. But like last year, we were Publisher of the Year for Xbox. So
Yeah,
I don't know. So this year I get it. Like I'm with everybody that says there is no like big game, but at the same time, you got A Plague's Tale Requiem dropping in Game Pass. You know what I'm saying? You're supposedly gonna have Scorn sometime around there. All right, you got games that look visually amazing. They might turn you the wrong way, but that's not for everyone. That's why Game Pass is a beautiful thing, because you can go and play that game. You can have a little fun with it. If you don't like it, guess what? You just uninstall it. You go on to the next game. And that's the difference right now. And I think, God of War, when they dropped the $70, the $100, probably a custom console, it's not going to be this year. Think about it.
I don't know, man.
It's not.
When I make my bed, I lie in it. You know what I'm saying? And I put it out there that I strongly feel that it's gonna release. It's gonna release this year, and I'm gonna stick to it, man. I don't know. The developers said that they basically were stating that it's gonna drop this year, and I just don't see that urgency.
So, but it's the beauty bot. Like you take that, dude. I taken L's on Gears how many times? Okay, you take the L, you move on from it. Some people can't take the L; they will defend it till no end. Like I knew this was going to happen. It's like, nah, bro, it didn't happen. What I'm telling you is, I haven't seen a state of play from God of War Ragnarok. How could you not? How could you do a state of play for Horizon Forbidden West, but not God of War Ragnarok? And what happened when we got the state of play from Horizon Forbidden West? Guess what? It was delayed. Well, everybody remember that?
I hear you on that. I mean, not specifically, but I am definitely taking your word on that. I don't necessarily remember it specifically getting delayed after that, but I it's definitely. I mean, I'm definitely taking your word for it. I don't know, man. But with all this being said. I get to switch this over. Now, K Mega started touching on this with the topic we're talking about now. But I got to bring it out there that there are people, including my brother Mooch. Shout out to Mooch. Does the Crossfire podcast every Friday, all that good stuff. There are people out there on social media basically saying that Sony should push Ragnarok back into 2023, and the reason being Forspoken and that game releasing, and the Last of Us remake also releasing, and they're saying that it would make sense to space this out. Now the weird thing about this is we're all gamers here, right? I don't know when we all decided to be I don't know, fictional stockholders in companies when it comes to this stuff. But as gamers, you would want games out when they are ready. All right. Even if for some rhyme or reason you decide that you're going to get these other two games and you might wait on this one, that one will be out and it will be ready for whenever you have the money. It's just weird to me to see people in the community all of a sudden like trying to make decisions for the company that they really don't have any stock in, and instead of like embracing more your gamer side of things, it's more the business and financial side of things that people are talking at the source from more. It's weird to me because the way I see it, and again, you can check out the history of me on this channel. Like whenever people were like, "Oh, why wouldn't release this game here? Because Call of Duty is releasing here," I'm like, "Why? Why not?" When it comes down to it, if your game is that quality, and if it's really kind of like separated from in terms of what the game is in comparison to the other games that are dropping or releasing around it, I don't see why you would hold off because of. That's me personally. All right, I want games when they are ready. But I gotta ask you guys, and Crispy, we ended with you. We'll start with you on this one, man. Dude, do you notice that there are more and more people talking like on the at the source, the financial side of things, as opposed to like the gamer side. Like to me, it's absolutely insane to be out there on Twitter like, yo, Sony, you know what? You should really push back that Ragnarok since you got Forspoken and a fucking remake. A fucking remake coming
No.
out as well.
That's the third remake technically.
Yeah, well,
by the
yeah,
way.
and if you go
Fourth,
through
really.
the history, if you go through the history of how many times that game was released, I mean, come on, bro, come on, like
Actually,
why?
yes, it is the fourth because it was remade for the PS4 Pro, was it not?
Yep.
Holy shit, like, dude, like really, why do we have to make room for the remake of a remaster of a remake from the original game on PS3? You
7, 14, 21, 28. That's $280 if you bought all of them.
but like
That's almost a Series S console.
I just don't see the reasoning in that as a gamer. Crispy, what do you think about what people are doing here? Is it a weird thing to you as well when people kind of like they take their gamer cap off, they put on their stock investment financial cap on, and they say, you know that highly anticipated game that you said is coming out this year? Yeah, no, go ahead, move that to next year because we got this glitchy ass Forspoken. I mean, all the gameplay we've seen so far has been absolutely glitchy as shit. And a remake of a remaster of a remake like coming out as well. So yeah, no, hold that brand new sequel until next year. Does that make sense to you, Crispy?
It doesn't make sense. I mean, at this point, you got to go all in. I mean, Xbox has clearly stated that they're basically coming out with only third-party games. Some of them are viable. Some of them people are going to enjoy the heck out of, and they're going to be right in Game Pass. Other than that, this is your opportunity. And I think they're going to squander it. I think if you come out with God of War after those two games this year, I think it would absolutely make sense. I think they're also worried that they can't get Game of the Year. I think they're worried about that. And they know it's not coming from Horizon Forbidden West after Elden Ring. And it's not coming from Gran Turismo 7 because the thing sucks. Okay, sorry. The game sucks.
Well, people
right?
tell me all the time that racers can't win Game of the Year because Forza has clearly been like the best game whenever it's released, and still.
Well, Horizon, as far as games in general, like arcade simulator, like you could really just pick up that game and play it. And I think, if you were going to get nominated, that would have been the one, Forza Horizon 5.
Oh, yeah.
So, you look at that and you say, what are they going to do? Now, logically, if you're an investor, you put the investor hat on, you say, you move it to next year against Starfield and Redfall. Redfall looks like a co-op / multiplayer. They're probably going to add some kind of multiplayer in there. It's going to be on Game Pass day and date, and you can't buy it on PlayStation. Then you're going to have Starfield, which is going to hit the Bethesda notes for a lot of people that may have switched to PlayStation. And they say, I can get a Series S for $300. I say go for the gold, do what Xbox did for once, and say, we're going to release it all. Halo came out. Guess what? Not quite what we expected, correct? Still sold. Still sold Game Pass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Still did exactly what it should do as being a huge IP. God of War is a prime example. Even though Halo is worth far more than God of War, a lot of people don't know that. If you look at the net worth of the IP itself, guess what? You got TV shows now. You got all the shit. And this is after all the action figures and everything else before. Halo is worth far more to Microsoft than God of War is to Sony. A lot of people don't realize that. Spider-Man is worth equally as Halo. So you got to realize that, them pushing out Miles Morales so quickly, that was a smart play on them. Might not have been what everybody expected because I saw people playing as mailboxes and shit and not liking it. Sorry. If it's going to be, the game's going to be right for this winter, freaking do it. Because this is your opportunity to gain mind share back. because I have no doubt that this game is going to be, touted for a lot of people. Whether they're a fanboy or not, that's a different story. I will look at certain people, if they like the game, I will say, okay, I can agree with that, or I can say maybe I want a PlayStation for this. Now, if they release it on PC as well, simultaneously or close damn to it, people they're gonna eat it up. That PC doesn't get, it only gets certain games, and generally they come from kind of console in some way that have visuals like,
PC
are
gets
just
a
mind blowing.
ton of games that don't even come to console as well. I mean, like a lot
I mean,
they just don't
top down stuff like that. I get it. Like I get it.
They got a lot of first person.
There's a reason why Spider-Man sold so much,
because the name Spider-Man. That's exactly why.
And that's what I'm saying.
Okay. So
that's what I'm saying. God of War is synonymous, especially with console gamers.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? So Halo, because of Master Chief Collection, all these other things, is not necessarily just synonymous with console gamers anymore, because they've released it on PC. You know what I'm saying? They've released it for a period of time way before where we're at right now. And I feel like PlayStation is catching up. What are they going to do? Are they going to stick to their guns and not release it on anything else and try to sell consoles that they're clearly losing money on? Is that the way they're going to go? Because I feel like, what would be funny is they release a beta or something like that. That would be hilarious to me. Because I've seen it, Xbox would be like, hey, the beta, the flight, you know what I'm saying, with Halo, but it's a multiplayer game. You know what I'm saying? Like if they're going to do something like that, don't do it. It's that God of War is not for that. Okay. You can get away with Halo. You can get away with Gears. You can get away with freaking Fortnite. You know what I'm saying? PUBG. I mean, we played the preview for how long, but come on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I love the early days of PUBG, man.
But it's multiplayer. It's enjoying with your friends. That's not what God of War is. And I'm not against that either. What I'm saying is if it's not freaking ready, don't do it. And that's where I go and say, somebody said 3-minute trailer. What's a 3-minute trailer? I saw almost a 3-minute trailer with Hellblade. Hellblade's not coming out until maybe, if we're lucky, holiday next year.
Well,
think about that.
See, that's an interesting thing with all the studios that Xbox has with their direction in gaming and stuff like that. I feel like, I know Matt Booty said one of the biggest problems was working out release dates. I feel like release dates really shouldn't matter that much when it comes to Xbox, because of how many studios, how many games, the heavy rotation that's going to be happening year over year over year, and all the games going into their subscription service. I don't think they have to think about that much. Maybe Sony does a little bit more right now. I feel like PlayStation is kind of like in a mid transition phase, trying to kind of like transition their business model into something more today, kind of like what Xbox started doing last year with the Xbox One, and getting Game Pass rolling and all that good stuff. They were upgrading their structure for kind of like today's consumer or whatnot. And I think PlayStation, they're kind of like mid transition into doing all that. But Crispy, I do want to get K Mega in here before. Now, I know K Mega before. You did touch on this subject before, but is there anything you want to add to this? Like, people really coming out and stating, such a highly anticipated game, and they're like, well, we got that again, that remake of a remaster of a remake, and we got, the glitchy ass Forspoken. So yeah, you should just go ahead and push God of War Ragnarok to 2023. And these are PlayStation guys saying this. It blows my mind that they're saying this, man. I don't agree with it, but what about you, K Mega?
Well, I mean, they feel that. I mean, look, for the
Dude, if
first time that
Starfield was releasing this year, they would be begging for God of War to release this year.
They
You're
would
right.
be, but they would be for sure. But also, reality is that they feel that they're confident enough with Forspoken and with the marketing rights to some of these other games and all this and all that. Like they'll be okay. But from a sensible, logical stance, and I mean, me saying that about the stance, saying anything like that, that's pretty rare. But you need to let these games cook now. Like that's just look, man. I mean, we've seen sorry, I'm in the middle of a battle in Nakara, so sorry.
Of course.
And it's not acceptable. Just want to let you know.
Nakara, I'm sorry, but yeah.
Naraka?
But anyway, Naraka. Yeah, that's what I said.
That's what I said.
I said whatever. Yeah, let me be country. I'm over here. I'm fighting for my damn life right now. Hold on for a second. I'm almost got this sucker killed. Okay, he's dead. All right.
Hey, we're in a fucking podcast. Answer the goddamn question.
Thank you.
I am in
You go,
question.
Pred. That's right.
Sorry. It was pressure. It was pressure. I'm going up in a tree and I'm answering the question. All right. So basically, like, I mean, it's logical. Like, they got to take time, man. They got to really sit back, take the time, and get these games right. I mean, the pandemic situation is real. And too many games came out way too funky, more delays than what we're even accustomed to from even last gen. Like, I mean, this has just been absolutely atrocious about how many delays and games coming out not totally finished and we got to wait for the patch and things like that. So the pandemic did do something. So you want to have these bigger titles to come out and be the best that they can be. I mean, I think a lot of people would definitely say that Halo should have took more time, even though people were pressuring for those games to come out. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's the problem. Like, I mean, we all want these games to come out, but if it's not ready, it's not ready.
Well, yeah,
that's simple.
That's a different thing. If it's not ready, then don't put it out.
So
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying? But for strategic type things, like again, when people talk, and these are gamers, these aren't people that own stock in PlayStation or anything like that. They're like, just let that roll into 2023. I mean, we have Forspoken, which I to me it feels underwhelming what they've showed. Like the graphics look good, but the chick moves like she's like 15 frames per second, like animation wise. Like it really didn't look good. And then of course, The Last of Us, which it's going to be the same ending to the game and all that good stuff that people have already played. But yeah, let's make room by pushing God of War back. That doesn't make sense to me, bro.
They put a lot of money into that game. So if you don't think that game doesn't deserve to get its just due, Sony would tell you otherwise. I mean, because that game has been a hit for them. People will still buy it, and there's going to be some gamers out there that probably got a PS5 that did not play the game yet, or didn't, haven't experienced. So it's a weird situation on that end. And like I said, but they already got the game coming out and they're already promoting that game. So, and then of course there have been promotions for Forspoken, and then the other stuff that they're going to be having coming out. Like, so I mean, God of War can wait. I mean, I think it's part of the plan that they have. Like, I mean, look, and and if they put God of War out, it's a potential that you would have your 3 to 4 biggest hitters all losing to Elden Ring. So, see what I'm saying? So, like, I mean, that's got to be thought about as well. Like, okay, we put this game out. Will this game will get a lot of buzz? People will be touting for it, things like that, blah, blah, blah. But man, that Elden Ring is a whole different monster. It's a whole different monster. And don't let Elden Ring drop DLC around the time that God of War drops.
Are they making DLC for Elden Ring?
Yep.
Oh,
so it's you don't want to you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to have that situation You don't want that, man. You just don't.
All right.
You just don't.
I got you. I
You
know
just don't.
I'm
You just
trying to
don't.
read Face23. He is very active in the chat tonight. Yo, shout out to
Yeah.
everybody checking out the show. I'm gonna take this time to do the quick plug. Yo, definitely hit that thumbs up button. Share this out on social media. Let people know where you are, where you're hanging out. You're hanging out with us on the next podcast, and we appreciate it. Yo, Infinite Umbra, it was a blast playing Fall Guys with you today. I have completely I've gotten everything out of the Spartan Showdown already. I have my Master Chief helmet with the ears, but I also bought the bundle. So I got the Master Chief outfit, the Grunt outfit, and the Brute outfit. Dude, I love Fall Guys, man. I have a blast. I'm playing with so many different people. I just check my friends list and see who's playing, and I just jump in with them. Dude, it's been so much fun, man. Having a blast. So, yo, shout out to you, Infinite. Whenever you want to play, you see me on, you just jump in, bro. We got this. Let's see, Predator. Again, when it comes to this whole situation, and I know you like to look at the business side of things, but I also think that you don't neglect the gamer side that you have as well. But to me, I cannot fathom. I cannot fathom for the life of me PlayStation fans literally saying, I don't know if it's just a way that they're like, see, I told you that, or they listen to the fans because we said this. If it does get delayed, or some weird Jedi mind trick like that, or like, but they're literally saying because of Forspoken. I already told you how I feel about that. Because of the Last of Us remake, told you how I feel about that. That they could go ahead and they could push back God of War Ragnarok. Man, does this make sense to you, Pred?
No and yes. Like Forspoken isn't gonna be a guaranteed hit. You know, like we don't know what that game really is. They just know the name.
It
They've
looks like
seen a
Final
couple of
Fantasy 15, but with a
seen
female.
some videos of it, but they don't know because there was a game called oh fuck, what the fuck was it? Start with an R. The space shooter they had.
Returnal?
Oh, Returnal?
Returnal. And everyone thought that game was gonna be a fucking amazing. And then it came out and people were mad. People wanted their money back. It was hard. It wasn't what they thought it was going to be, and they just they kind of stopped playing it. You know what I'm saying? So there's no guarantee that the game is coming out. And Forspoken is a brand new IP. There's no guarantee that game's going to be fun, or going to be good, or going to be long, or going to be entertaining enough for everyone. So you go with the short thing. You know God of War's going to sell. You got a Last of Us remake of a responsor, like that.
A reboot.
Yeah, you don't know. And again, and I don't know. Again, I know how I game. When I'm done, I'm done. There's a probably 10 games in my life, and that's stretching it, that I played more than once. And if they've already played this game, they played it again when they remastered it, remade it, and redid it, and rebaked it, and they've done it 3 times now. And you're asking them to do it again for $70 with no multiplayer. Are they going to go back to that? I don't know. So there's no guarantee to that. Like at this point, if it was the first time they were doing it, yeah, there might be some people to chop back in there and shit like that. But this is the 3rd iteration of the same fucking game. So I don't know. I mean, it looks pretty. There's gonna be some people who pick it up who've never played it before, maybe. But I don't know if they'll. And I could be completely wrong. That game could do monster numbers. It's a crapshoot though. Why not go with the short thing? You know God of War is gonna sell. You know it.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter when it comes out. I mean, in our last topic, to us, we sit here, we say there's other shit's coming out around the time. If that game comes out tomorrow, Shadow drops. If it comes out November 11th, that game's gonna sell. It don't matter. So it's not an issue about that game selling, because it's the franchise is established already, and I just don't see, if I had to pick all 3. Let's say all 3 of those games came out tomorrow. And I knew it. I've known for weeks those games are coming out tomorrow. Which one do you think people are going to buy first? If they only got $70 to
God of
spend,
War. Yeah.
They're going to buy God of War. They're not going to buy a game they played twice already. They're not going to buy a game they don't know what the fuck it is. They're going to buy God of War. So, I would go with the sure thing. I mean, like that's just the financial head in me, and you can drop Respoken and Last of Us. You could drop those two games in March, April. If they're all three ready, drop God of War. That's just me. I mean, that makes sense to me. But what do
Yeah.
I know?
No, I got you, man. And dude, I just thought it was funny as hell, like seeing that out there, and I'm like, dude, what? How does that do you any good? And again, these are people that have no problem buying 3 games and stuff like that. And it's just they're more concerned with the finances of the company than kind of like what the
Well,
product is that's coming out.
but they're all of a sudden willing to wait.
It's
Oh yeah,
oh
got Xbox
no.
delays the game.
Oh no.
Oh
Well,
shit! Yeah.
well,
Okay.
Crispy,
Whoa, burn.
talking about willing to wait.
Now they're like, okay, yeah, we can delay a game. It's fine. We're okay
Uh,
with that. Let
listen,
them
Fred.
delay
I'm
it for a
trying
couple
to
of
I'm
months.
trying to ride this segue here. Is what I'm trying to do, man. I'm trying. He gave me a segue, gave me a perfect one to get into the next topic, and I'm just trying to get there, man. But talking about willing to wait, information has come out today, just today, from 343 when it comes to the co-op campaign that will be in flight or beta testing for people who don't know what flight is um next month, which is basically right around the corner. We're what, June 30th? I believe it's in July that the flight for the co-op takes place, and we've gotten some details because with the open world kind of like feel to Halo Infinite, there are a lot of questions about playing this game co-op. And I hope Lady Foxfire is still here. Lady Foxfire, I saw your video today, man. I feel for you. I'm sorry that you've gone through everything that you've gone through when it comes to Halo Infinite, but maybe when you hear this news, you could get excited because you can go in co-op campaign with your brother. But some details have released when it comes to the co-op campaign, and I feel like we should share this. I want to hear thoughts and opinions from the panel, just to let people know, because again, with this open world feel for Halo Infinite, people were wondering how the whole co-op thing was going to take place. Now, I'm gonna give you the stats. I'm gonna give you the facts, of course, in my own words, and I want to hear what the panel has to say about this, and of course, the chat. Definitely type it out. Let me see the thoughts and opinions in the chat. But when it comes to progression, when it comes to campaign progression, they have something called "No Spartan Left Behind," which is a terrible, terrible phrase to kind of like make your own. But basically, when everybody is together, it's not just the first player or the host that gets the progress that you guys have done while playing together. That will go into the save slot that you are using for your co-op. So if you're just using one save slot and you're going into their game, um, whatever progress you make will go into your single player campaign when you jump in there using that save slot as well. Now, when it comes to how they decide what the progression is, they call it the lowest common denominator of intersection is how you will start off in the world. So um say me and Mega are going to do co-op, and I believe it's 4-player co-op as well. But say me and Mega are going to go in and do co-op. Now, I'm only at like mission like 2. He's at mission 4, right? Um they will bring it back to mission 2. Whoever's on the lowest common denominator when it comes to the campaign, that's where you start in terms of co-op. Now, one of the biggest things, and it was one of the things that 343 said that they were having problems with as well, is what if you wanted to go and do a mission, and somebody in your fire team decides they're going to go off and take care of one of the bases, like on the surface of the Halo, and they just want to go off and do their own thing. There's something called an area of operations, so your fire team has to stay within this area. Now, if you were an early gamer when it came to Arc, the arc had a certain radius that everybody who was playing together in the same server could be in. All right, and you can't really get out of that out of that area, or else your player would die or something like that. And that's pretty much the same thing that's going on here. Um, you get this area of operation. Now you get a warning at 800 feet away from your group. Your Spartan will die at 1,000 feet away from your group, and then be respawned back with the pack again. Now, 343 has guaranteed that even the biggest scenarios, the biggest bases, the biggest missions on the map, if you and your fire team want to attack it from all different angles, you will be able to do so. It will be within that radius, that area of operation, and so you guys can flank and do all that stuff to your heart's content. I think this is a lot of good news, personally. As long as it functions well, I think the only thing that people might complain about is that lowest common denominator of intersection. K Mega comes in, he's like, but then, man, I'm on level 4 and we got to start at level 2 because Xbox don't play no games. You know what I'm saying? People might get upset about that.
Well, that's just a brother dig. I mean, come on.
But when it comes down to it, I think just being able to get in there together and play together and create the experiences that you have that you can only get doing co-op in terms of communication, joking around, stuff like that. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal for a lot of people. But I don't know, Crispy. Let me go to you on this one, Crispy. You heard all the information, area of operation, in terms of the game progression, all that good stuff. What do you think? Is this what you were looking for when it comes to the co-op campaign for Halo? And I'm a little surprised that they're doing 4-player, man. I thought it would be 2, maybe 3, but they're going for 4. Dude, what do you think about the information that you're hearing here when it comes to the co-op campaign? You liking it, bro?
I mean, I'm down for it. The only thing is I feel like they're trying to ride this line between like the Division and Halo itself and having the co-op involved, because like you get a warning at a certain point. Those warnings are miles away if you get that at all in like a Ubisoft game. You can go on your own and go and kill half the AI and just do whatever you want, and then all of a sudden you meet back up with your whole team. I mean, I don't know. Like, they want it to be infinite, and I get that. And I mean, the co-op with 4 players, I mean, that's not a surprise. But I feel like this is what they're kind of like battling with. Like, how far does it go before it's just basically an MMO? What it feels like. So I think like that whole aspect is why they want to like keep it somewhat linear in their own way. Having a place to like defend or attack is like the primary point, which is awesome because I've never played that type of game in Halo. You know what I'm saying? Especially co-op. Like co-op was always bang, bang, bang. You go through the missions, you go through the missions, you go through the missions. Now you have like kind of a different aspect of it. But I think it's actually like kind of bad to limit people because hypothetically, like, let's say this one way to go around the whole thing and you're the only one that knows and you don't want to tell anybody because you absolutely smash the whole enemy AI. And you go and do that and you win it for the team. Like me, I'm looking forward to this because I'll be like, hey, K Mega, carry me. Hey, Bot, carry me. You know what I'm saying? Lemon, carry me, bro. Like, let's go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've gotten to a certain part and I'm just like, nah, I'm good with this. Like, I play the games I like, dude.
His Spartan will be like Cleopatra, like sitting on that throne that like all the guys are like carrying her like through town or whatnot. That's gonna be Crispy in Halo. It's gonna be Crispy. I swear.
Hey, where do I go? Yeah, there you go. You're like my little pawns. No.
Ooh, Ice Code
That's
said it will beat the Gears gameplay at Crispy Bomb. Oh,
beat the Gears. What do you mean by that?
I guess like the co-op gameplay in Gears. I guess he's
We
claiming
already
Halo
you already got
Infinite.
3 people, and it's still linear story driven. You have open world parts. Actually, I mean, you look at Gears 5 now, and you're like, they kind of did something pretty special. A lot of people don't realize that,
I love
but
the
that's fine.
Gears 5 campaign. I thought it was great.
I mean, it's not what I wanted as a Gears fan, but as I've played it more and more, because I can jump in whatever I want, which is another part of what you said. Okay, so hypothetically, all right, I jump into a Division game, a Gears game. I jump into that person's party. I play when they start playing and when they feel like playing. And I have no problem with that. Obviously, probably played the game over once already. You know what I'm saying? So I go to, a certain game and I'm just like, I just want to play with people. I think that's a mistake on their part. I think that they need to realize that, being, the downgraded, like, okay, I have barely played. That doesn't mean that, everybody's going to enjoy that. You know what I'm saying? You have to have a happy. So let's say we want to play on mine. What did we do in Gears? I played and I host the party. Okay. And everybody played on mine. I think that's a mistake on their part. And I think they need to fix that, because I feel like, if you don't want to go up, you say, hey, I'm good, man, tonight. You know what I mean? I got to get farther. I want to be in that story. So I don't know. Like, I think this is why it's taken so long. You know what I'm saying? Because they're like beating themselves in the head, and they're just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to approach this, because you have so many examples out there that have done differently. So I respect them for kind of keeping it the way they want to, but I also like going down a level because I'm playing with somebody else. That doesn't make sense. If you join my party, you join my game, there's no reason for that. Okay? You should be expecting that, hey, I'm just letting you know, bro. I'm at, this level and you're at this level. We're playing like, halfway through the game and you're at the beginning. Do you want to continue, bro? Because that's the conversations we have in a party chat. I mean, come on. We really do. You know what I'm saying? So I look at that and I say, there's a fine line they're trying to ride. I don't know how well it's going to go out right now. Like it's one of those things, like there's so many live service games and everything else. I feel like people might get rubbed the wrong way, but people might enjoy the hell out of it. There's going to be like this 50-50 thing. So I'm down for it. I got no problem with it. But at the end of the day, I'm looking at like other people that may have been, going through the seasons, stopping when the season's done and all that. And that's what I've done with Gears to 10 years now. So you look at that and you say, what do you want to do? And that's something that, they're going to have to figure out their own way.
Okay. All right. I mean, I'm excited. Yeah, I gotta see what this radius is now. They say 800 feet. They say 1,000 feet. I gotta see how that kind of like how that's represented in game to really get a feel for it. Because like,
but you know what I'm saying though. Like, let's say like, hey, I get to grapple this, grapple that. I can get on top of here. I can have the sniper, but I am like 1,000 feet away. You know what I'm saying? And you have your freaking amazing sniper in Halo, because that sniper is one of the best ever.
Thank you.
Like, I love that fucking thing.
Yo, Crispy he's just stating facts right now, people. That's all.
Dude, that sniper, especially like at far distance, it's a 50 cal, technically. I mean, you really think about it, it's a 50 cal, and you can snipe people from thousands of yards away, as they like to call it. So, it works the way it should. And if you're going to go outside of the bounds and you get like kicked back or whatever, and you're like right in the middle of a fight when you got a sniper sitting there, you're not going to be happy, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I go and say, okay, maybe like there's like a area, this large area once somebody has, taken this and said, this is what we're going after, and everybody agrees to it, then that area, eliminates that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the whole objective is that area to take it over or whatever it may be, and you can use whatever you're good at. Like, some people are great at sniper, they're great at traversing through the map. They've memorized the map. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? But then also there's just people like myself that'll just be like, hey, if I got a shotgun, here we go. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm just gonna start blasting people in the face. And then at the same time, you're up way high up there because you grappled all the way up there, put all that effort in, and you're not out of the the realm of the game itself, which that's what I feel like I'm not about that, because like at the end of the day, like I do love that sniper, and if I can go and do that, figure out a way to be on a certain part, I'll go back and play that again and try to master it. Like, that's the type of person I am.
Hmm. All right, bro. All right, let's get the rest of the panel in here on this. K Mega co-op campaign. I believe this is something you are definitely looking forward to. I know the Don's looking forward to co-op campaign as well in Halo Infinite. You heard the information in terms of kind of like campaign progression, in terms of the the area at which you can kind of like spread out and kind of take on whatever tasks or whatnot. How is this sounding to you, man? Is this sounding like what you were hoping when they said they are bringing co-op to Halo Infinite, or is there anything that you think they should change or kind of look at differently, man?
Well, the only thing that I was hoping for is that you could play with different Spartans. But of course, I get it because it's playing within the story, and everybody is playing is just Chief, which is another reason why, you know. But anyway, no, it's cool. I mean, I'll play it, have some fun with it. But me, it's more about the multiplayer than it is for the single player. The only thing I would just do is go in, play get uh the last difficulty, because I beat it on heroic. So go there and beat it on
Dude,
the last
with
difficulty,
you
and then
saying
that's
that,
it.
Mizzle T Shizzle said that he beat it solo lasso. And for people who don't know, lasso means legendary all skulls
Oh yeah,
on. And the skulls
yeah,
don't really help. They go against you.
yeah. No, I mean
Majority of them,
that's
man. That's
cool.
crazy. Solo,
Yeah,
bro? Damn.
that's crazy. Yeah, no, that's impressive. That no, I mean I got other games to play, so it's, you know what I'm saying. So I mean, to me, I just what I'm saying. It's since I've already beat the story, it's cool, it's fun. So I enjoyed it, but going through it this second time you'll get that fun vibe because you're playing with friends, and then you can strategize and stuff like that. But after that's done, then nah, I don't expect me, being uh totally invested like that, like I was with Halo 5, beating it multiple times on the story mode. The multiplayer is the more serious thing for me, and Forge and things like that. So, once that drops, it'll be cool, but I'm not expecting too much more than what they're going to offer with it, because I mean, really, in all actuality, I mean, I think it's to help get gamers who haven't beat it yet, to help them get through. If for achievement hunters, like, to go ahead and try to do the lasso, or get it on legendary, or beat it on legendary, to get those achievements and things like that. But yeah, no, it's a cool addition. Should have been there at the beginning, but understandably that they wanted to get it, but it's come quicker than was uh what was first anticipated. So that's a good thing.
Nice, bro. Yo, shout out to the Don again. This is something he's kind of been waiting for. So hopefully he gets into the flight. I definitely want to get in. I made sure that all my information was correct. Hopefully I get into it. But yo, Pred, you heard all the information. Halo co-op campaign going into flight. I should say this this month. I mean, we got like what a couple hours left until July. But dude, what do you think about the information I shared? The campaign progression, um, the radius to which you can kind of explore yourself or whatnot, as opposed to having to stay leashed. 800 feet, 1,000 feet. Does that sound like enough to you, man? What are your thoughts here, bro?
I kind of figured they would do something like that when they were talking about their issues with getting it the multiplayer before. That seemed like it was a problem. So I figured they kind of chain you to the other characters, other players in the game. So that doesn't bother me. It's like Chris was talking about the division. Like you can just walk around like in the division, and everybody can be in different zones, but like um in a division, like you all share loot. So if I pick up some gear, not gear, but like if I pick up I don't know, you share XP. So like if I kill someone in this zone, everybody else is playing, even if they're sitting there like fucking around with weapons and shit in the operations, they would still get that, um but with this, I like the fact that because that map, to be honest with you, like the map of the game isn't incredibly large. So that's fine. Like doesn't bother me. And then plus, like you're playing co-op, you kind of want to play together, and that kind of tethers you to play together because you
That's
guys
what
have to
that's
be
what they
around each other.
said. Like if you're going into
Yeah,
co-op, and I think one of the reasons why is they don't want like one guy going out there taking out all the FOBs while like two other people are just taking care
yeah,
of the
you're
story
tackling like multiple
missions.
objectives by yourself at once, and then I
Makes the
didn't
game
see
like an
the
hour long. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like
and I didn't see the what you saw. But like, are they are you able to select maps now? Like like if I wanted to play the beginning section of the game to kind of do my achievements, find the skulls I missed before. Am I allowed to map like select the level I want to play? Like if I was want to do one
well,
section,
from what
like
they're saying, you can start a new save slot if you want. And that would start you off from the beginning and
yeah,
go in. But there's no mission select option.
yeah. That's what bothers me because like I want to play. If I go in again and start from scratch, let's say me, you, and all four of us are playing, and like one of us gets ahead of the other one, like and like, hey, I didn't finish this mission on heroic. Let's go back and do it. Am I able to go back and just pick that same level and play on heroic now? Like, because that's what kind of stopped me from going back into the game because like I missed some skulls in the beginning. I'm like, I'm not playing this again just to get the skulls because some of the skulls were at the very beginning of the game, and some of them were at the very end of the game, and you can only get them once. You can't go back and select the level, select the mission, and play it again. So if there's no mission selection, that's a foul. Um, to me, like they need to bring that back in because maybe like there's a mission that we like playing together. Like there's some missions on like the division. I use that example since Chris you brought up earlier. Like they're fun missions and they're long missions, and you want to play them over and over again because you can grind for loot or whatever. Um, or maybe it's just a good mission. Like the one mission in I think it's Halo 3. I always call it the snow mission. I forgot which one it is though. Um, and you come out the you come out of the compound and it's like this long fucking stretch of like it's like a bridge, and it's like you see the snow for the first time in the map, and like I think it's Halo 3, but you get out and you get in that section, and it's just like this straight chaos all the way through that section, and I always love replaying that mission, but like if I don't have that option, I got to start from scratch again. Like why not
Just to
bring
get
that?
to that
Why was
mission
that?
that you like. Yeah, man.
Yeah, like why can't I just select it? You know what I'm saying? And play it with my friends and play it on heroic, or like because like or the difficulty, like Mako was saying, I ain't got time for that shit. Like if I want to play, like let's say I want to finish the game because I think one of the achievements is you have to finish it on heroic, right? So I'm not gonna play one mission and then like have to go back and then start all over again and do it again with my friends. Like let us do it
Yes.
and get credit for it. And then if I want to do mission 4, because I didn't get that heroic on mission, let me do that. And then like or like the dude say he played in Lasso, like let me go select that mission and then select all the skulls and play that mission. Because that's gonna be a long ass day. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to finish that. And so like you're telling me I gotta do that in one setting with my friends that I'm playing with now? Like I that's a bit much. So I mean, that's why I asked that question. Like, are you able to select missions in it? So like if they don't allow that, that's a foul. It's almost like to me again, this is like of all things that was missing from the game in the beginning, co-op was the one for the story is the one that I was kind of more disappointed about because that's what that would have been like all your friends jump in beginning of the game, y'all start from scratch, you play a little bit, you come back and you beat the game on regular, you come back and beat the game on legendary, you come back and beat the game heroic, um but now you're telling me I can't do that because we don't have a mission selection. Maybe we just want to play that one mission on heroic with all skulls on, and that's the achievement we want to get. I don't know, but I mean, I'm glad it's here. But if they're not going to implement it right, it doesn't make any sense to me. So,
All right, I got you. And with uh uh collecting things in the game, I was just also reading the Spartan cores that are spread out throughout the map, which you can use
mhm.
to like upgrade your suit and stuff like that. They do state that if one person in your fire team gets the core, you all get credit for that core, and then
That's good.
you'll be able to use that however you want to use it to upgrade your suit. So, I mean, it's all the stuff that I was hoping that they would do. Again, I still want to see how big that area really is in game that you can kind of like stretch it out and go the opposite way for a while, and I gotta really see what that's like in game. But so far, I'm digging what they're saying. It seems like they have tackled all the issues
They
that they
have a
thought.
release date for this yet or no?
The flight is I think it's about 2 weeks from now. They'll
Okay.
start the flight, and I don't necessarily think they have a solid release date. But unless something really major happens, like huge bugs that they really have to kind of go back to the drawing
Yeah.
board on, it should be out fairly soon. You know what I'm saying? After the flight, anyway. But I think I got everybody on this one. Yeah, I got everybody. And guys, that was the last topic. That was the last topic for tonight. We're looking at a little over 10 o'clock. So basically, we can say on time. 2 hours on time. Huge shout out to the chat. You guys have been absolutely amazing as usual. Good to see everybody in here. Love the comments, especially talking about Pred and his love for the elite controllers, having to start a brand new business just to afford getting all of them. But it's been a fun night, man. A lot of information, a lot of opinions, and like a 40-year-old with a comb over, it is time to get those plugs in. And I'm gonna take this time to do the rare thing and start with K Mega first when it comes to the outros. I know there's a show tomorrow, bro. What's going on with GRG? What's going
No, no
on?
show tomorrow. No
No,
show tomorrow. No
what?
show tomorrow. It might not have a show next week. Just taking a break. You know what I'm saying? Just that's it's around this time when I do that. So but
Is
no
that
show
summer
this week
break
for
type
sure.
situation?
Yep. Take time.
You
You know what
chilling
I'm
with a
saying?
mixed drink and a pair of flippy
Mm,
floppies on, man? Is what you doing?
yep. With a house full of women. You know how that go. You know what I'm saying? That's how
Mm.
we do it. So
He said a warehouse full of women.
that's what we do. So um maybe you Connecticut guys can understand it, get on that level. But as for me, man, thank you
Oh
guys for coming
wow.
and checking us up. Yeah, I will be streaming though. I'll stream tomorrow night. Probably will be streaming some fighters.
Nah,
You know what I'm
bug
saying?
snacks. You're gonna be
That's
playing bug snacks, bro.
I do have me a good big old fashioned love for bug snacks, but that won't be the game I'm streaming. And yeah, man, just gaming, man. Playing maybe DNF Duel. going through that crazy fighter, or saying maybe more of Naraka, or just something else. I mean, because I got a couple of slew of games. I got World Slayer, enjoying World Slayer. Of course, had a chance to play it beforehand, so you know what I'm saying. So for people who liked Outriders, this and wants more. This will definitely with the palette, and then for other stuff, man, yeah, just check me out on my channel KMega405, on Twitter at KMega4, and on Twitch KMega405. Man, thanks.
Nice. And
Appreciate it.
Mega, when it comes to fight night, now I gotta work this weekend, and of course this weekend rolls into 4th of July. Next weekend I have off though, so if you can somehow, some way,
I can't. I'm going to be doing probably some fight night damn near all week long next week. So yeah, we can do it.
Demon Slayer, bro. Demon Slayer again.
Yeah, we can get down.
Dude,
we can get down.
I don't know what all this hate is, man. You're not rocking that Demon Slayer. That game is
bro.
fire.
There's really been a really cool abundance of fighters that's been dropping, and on top of that, there's been updates on other fighters too. DBZ Fighters got another update. Melty Blood got another update. There's 2 extra characters from there's 4 extra characters on Melty Blood, but there was 2 new ones that dropped just yesterday. And and then of course like DNF Duel. There's still more content for Guilty Gear. There's just tons of stuff right here. As a fighting fan, man, I'm having a really good time. So but yeah, Dead or Alive 6. You want that work? Come and get it. It's overflowing. And then JoJo Bizarre Adventure, and then there's the Capcom a fighting collection. I haven't got that yet. I want to try to get that. See if I can try to get that here sometime next month.
The Capcom fighting, is that like $30?
It's 40.
40 fucking
$40.
Yo,
$40 fucking dollars.
Yo, I'm gonna man. If I got the time, I do got to work this weekend. But I'm about to do a rant video over Sonic fucking Origins and that Capcom fighting collection and how much damn money they expect us to pay for these things. Absolutely insane, man. But
I know,
dude. I couldn't. When I saw Sonic Origins, I was like, dude, these are games from the 90s, bro. Like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, I would have appreciated if it was $25.
You know
I would have copped it, but I you know what I'm saying, I bought like 4 or 5 different games, and I was like, I just can't. I just can't. I can't. So so yeah, but it's a great time for fighters, man. But hope you guys will come and check us out on and hope anybody, Crispy, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Mortal Kombat, Fred, hell, any damn fighters. Hell, I got this nasty fighter that you can play on PC. You know what I'm saying? You beat them up and then they get naked. So I mean, we can play that.
Oh no! Don't tell Fred that.
I'm gonna have to show Fred that game. That game tripped me out. I had no idea that game was that. But it's pretty crazy.
Naked. Like...
Yeah, you beat them up and they just get butt ass naked. I'm like, holy shit! What?
Oh no! Yo, and while we're doing the outros, real quick, I want to give a shout out to Sir X-Man. For people, he's been here for the last few weeks, hanging out with us every Thursday. Unfortunately, he is in the hospital right now. I will let you know. I did talk to him today. Everything's fine. He's gonna be fine. All that good stuff. He's just gonna be in the hospital for a couple days, so he couldn't make it to hang out with us tonight. But shout out to our brother Sir X, man.
Praying for Sir X, man. His old ass told him, slow down, man. Go ahead and think about that retirement, man. That old ass can't be pushing that forklift like that, man.
Nah, he be chasing that.
And it's hot, man. He asks that man. He's old. He'll get greasy and shit. You can't.
Oh my god.
And then on top of that, he chasing that young woman. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
No.
Just some big booty white girls, but I was like, man, it might push them over.
Somebody need to tell him when you pop that blue pill, that can affect your heart, brother. That can do that.
He's talking about pogs.
Well, no, he don't matter the color. He likes big girls though. He like the big body girls.
He does. You can tell by his created character in golf.
It's called thick.
Oh no.
2 C's.
Oh no. Oh
yeah.
THICC.
He's a chub chaser, man. Shout out to the chub chasers out there.
Yeah, shout out to our brother Sir X, man. Yo, bro, can't wait for you to get better, so this way I can beat your ass in golf again.
Dick.
But on that note, let's bring it to Crispy. Yo, Crispy, bro, what do you got going on this week? Where do you want people to go follow you, talk games, maybe play some as well? What do you got for us, bro?
Maybe play some as well. Are you
Maybe?
talking to me like, you know, like
maybe
you,
they
you
want to
actually
play some
wanna
games
a game,
with,
bot?
with you. I was talking about the multiplayer experience with Crispy Bomb. Some people might want to experience that, bro. I'm just saying.
Really? You don't sound convinced.
Well,
I'm just saying.
like as I was saying that, I know Crispy was like, "Yeah, you won't even play Gears with me." In his mind, that's what he's saying, and he's right.
But I don't know. You generally don't play MK with me either, so. K Mega, me and K Mega had a damn good battle, and
I never get
trust
We
me,
need to do it again. We need to do it
yeah,
again.
we need to do it again. I think it'll be even again because I know you. You don't mess around with fighters, so I'll give you that damn good respect because that's what you love, and I appreciate you with that shit, man. Like,
and Crispy's
you keep me on my toes.
He's good.
You
man.
keep me on my toes. But I mean, MK, I mean, Soul Calibur, I could do that too. Okay, that's
well. Then we need to get some Soul Calibur because Soul Calibur is not my best fighter, so we can do that. I need that practice on that. So.
I don't know. I wouldn't do that, dude.
Oh, I do it. I love it.
Okay, good.
You better ask
Yobi.
You better ask Yobi. Yobi was whooping my ass in Injustice 2 last Sunday, and he popped off and said something crazy. He's
not going to ask
and I whooped his ass eight matches in a row.
I played Injustice 2 for the first time at my girlfriend's son's party. We had a gaming bus come up, like it was a party bus, totally gaming. And I played Injustice 2 for the first time in my life, and nobody could touch me. And I used Wonder Woman.
Well, then
I'm the Red Lantern. That's
okay.
In Injustice 2, I'm the Red
dude. I was like,
Lantern. There's no Red Lantern in there.
Wonder Woman was freaking nasty. I was like, wow. Like I'm starting to pick up these combos so fast. I was like, wow, I can't believe it. But yeah, I mean, you know. We got to do Soul Calibur. I think that's what we got to do.
Yeah, we got to do Soul Calibur.
Just for fun. Because, you know, at the end of the day, you could whoop my ass. I ain't one of those deniers.
I'll get you a couple of matches, but it's not my best fighter, so you got a better chance.
Outros, we get the fuck out the show.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
We're way early. We're way early. We're way early here.
Man. We got to sit here all night talking about fucking Wonder Woman.
At Chris Bomb on Twitter, Chris Bomb 28 Xbox Live. You can find me on Retro Renegades Tuesday night, 7 p.m. We got Primetime Gaming, 7 p.m. Wednesday. Of course, you can find me back here, 8 p.m. Primetime on the next podcast.
Oh,
see you there.
Oh yeah, yo! Shout out to my brother Graphic God. Dude, I gotta see some gameplay from the game I sent you, Graphic God. If you're watching this later, or if you're somehow kind of like
there it is. There's a soundboard. Been waiting for it all night.
Wow, that was some creepy psycho music right there. Yo, Pred, it's your outro, man. What do you got for us, brother?
Nothing.
The thing goes and the boom.
Dude, I work with somebody that sounds like that dude, by the way. I do. I really do.
See y'all next week, man.
Nice.
When's Dark coming back? I miss Darky.
He's pulling his cock out.
Oh, that's where Dark is, man. There you go.
That was perfect.
That's right. All night.
All right.
Free codes.
But again, thank you to the chat. Thank you guys so much for all the love, all the support. We are here every Thursday. Prime time, baby. And 8 p.m.
Prime time.
That's right. Yo, if you haven't done it yet, yo, hit that thumbs up button. Again, share the show out. Let people know that we are here. We are live every Thursday with a beautiful looking podcast here on YouTube. If I dare to say so myself, just high quality in terms of the video and the gameplay that is going on. But guys, we will see you next week for the next podcast. Have a great night, everybody.
Podcast.
You say Rednecks podcast?
Welcome to the color.
I said the next podcast.
Wow, we're out, people.
Smoke in the air, pure gasoline. I see the news, see what you read. Change gotta come, put that on me and watch me educate. Yeah, we been could've started, but it's never late. Do it for my kids, yeah, let's set it straight. Do it for your kids, gotta set it straight. It's time to regulate. We need change now. We need solar, we need EV in the game now. Make it changes so the earth we know can stay around. Make it change cause we had no time for playing around.